Hi Leo, welcome to your reading. If you're new to the channel, I do timeless readings, which means that whenever you find this video is when you're meant to hear the messages within it. And in case you subscribe, I upload my new videos for Leo and Aquarius on Fridays. Also, the deck that I'm using today is called the Spirit Within Tarot. And in case you guys are interested in getting a personal reading, my information is in the description below. So I do just want to let you guys know that sometimes the cards like to flip over in the deck. I do see them. However, I really only take cards that jump out of the deck like these ones have. And my goal here is to get you guys roughly 8 or 9 cards. So I'm just going to try to pull out one more card for you guys and then we can get started. All right, Leo. So before we get started, I do want to remind you guys that in case you guys enjoy the reading or if it really resonates, the best way to let me know is by leaving a like or a comment. But your overall energy here is the 10 of Pentacles. And I do also want to note that not only do you guys have the 10 of Pentacles as your overall energy, but you have a lot of Swords and Pentacles energy, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Pentacles and then 3 Swords cards. So that's leading me to believe that you guys right now are very sort of are operating out of a logic-based realm because, you know, I don't see a whole lot of that emotional thinking. So maybe you guys might be using a lot of sort of head over heart decisions. And my advice to you would be to try to be as balanced, as well-rounded as you can. But obviously, if the situation calls for a more logical approach, then don't hesitate to use that. So, like I was saying, the 10 of Pentacles means happy home, right? So I like to call the 10 of Pentacles my happy wife, happy life card. So, you know, whatever that looks like to you is what you're striving for right now, is what is at the center of your goals right here. Right, so we see a dog, we see a person, we see sort of like other family members in the background. So I think that you guys are really trying to strive for that right now. And with this 7 of Pentacles and this 10 of Swords, I see that you guys are, you know, putting in the work for that, because the 7 of Pentacles to me is my input-output card. So whenever I see the 7 of Pentacles, I know that you guys are actively working towards a situation. So the 7 of Pentacles, as you can see, this person is tending to this bush, trying to get it to grow. And I feel like that's you guys currently, is you're trying to make your current situation grow in a positive way. And for a lot of you guys, I'm actually getting that you guys are trying to make your family grow, right? But unfortunately, I do see this 10 of Swords in reverse energy, which leads me to believe that recently there was a very negative energy in your life, because the 10 of Swords is very representative of backstabbing kind of energy, right? Like this is somebody who is very catty, very jealous. I'm getting the word brat. So I'm thinking for a lot of you guys, this is like somebody who never really grew out of that like high school phase, and like to see you so grown up and mature and progressing kind of threatens them a little bit, even though you're just over here minding your own business. Either way, I see that with this 7 of Pentacles, you guys are putting work towards a situation and you're going to see results. I do, however, see here with this Page of Swords and this 2 of Swords that there might be some inaction that takes place, right? This might be a lot of sort of sitting around and waiting for other things to happen before you're able to take action. But either way, I see this 2 of Swords, which represents inaction, inactivity, indecision, stalemates, anything that sort of has to do with that standing still and meditating kind of energy, right? And it's a little bit hard to tell, but this person actually has a blindfold. So in other depictions of the 2 of Swords, it's very easy to tell that this person isn't entirely clued into what the full situation is, and that's why they're sort of standing in this analysis paralysis mode. And I feel like that's where you guys are at right now, because it's very difficult for you guys to be able to formulate a whole picture based on the information that you have at the current moment. And that to me has been a very recurring theme this week in all the readings that I've been doing, is that people feel like they don't know everything that's going on. And if you feel like you have a pretty good grasp on everything that's going on, then I do say go ahead and act. But if you feel doubt, and if you feel like you shouldn't, listen to your intuition and go with that, right? And I see this Page of Swords in reverse, and usually I would liken the Page of Swords to a person, but because I see sort of this energy and this motif of inaction, I'm likening it to an action or a message. So it feels like you're expecting something to come in, but it kind of never does. So I'm seeing anything that has to do with communication might be very difficult right now. So that could be like, maybe you're waiting for a letter in the mail and you just never receive it. Maybe you are waiting on an email and you forget to check your junk folder, and that's where it's been all along, right? So be careful with communication, and be careful deliberating too long on your communication, because this to me feels like a message that needs to be said, and there can be issues if you wait too long to say it. So as long as you're realistic with your timing on answering messages and emails, you should be okay. So I see the Ace of Pentacles with the Judgment in reverse. The Ace of Pentacles, to sum this up very bluntly, this is good and this is maybe a negative card, right? At least the way I'm interpreting this in context to the rest of your reading, this Ace of Pentacles feels like a positive energy that's coming in for you guys, right? Because there's sort of this divine element on this page, or sorry, Ace of Pentacles. So I'm getting that some of you might be from all types of different religions, and I'm getting that whatever your sort of version of prayer is, or whatever it is that you do, or whatever it is that you believe in, is going to bring you a lot of fruit here in these upcoming days and weeks, I feel, right? And what the Ace of Pentacles to me represents is sort of a new beginning in stability, right? So that could be your physical stability, that could be your mental stability, or even your spiritual stability. So I'm getting it for a lot of you guys, you're seeing this improvement and no longer feeling so up in the air, right? If you've been worried about X, Y, or Z, this is going to give you some kind of stable footing so that you're not so worried about this. But I do feel like this is slightly delayed because we have this Judgment in reverse card, right? So a very practical illustration of what the Ace of Pentacles can look like is, let's say, a raise at your job. When you take that concept and put it in conjunction with the Judgment in reverse, to me it feels like your boss evaluated you at work and, deemed you not ready for a raise, even though in your eyes you're absolutely ready, right? And I'm guessing that for a lot of you guys, it's probably not really worth it to fight this judgment. I think it's just better to let things sort themselves out, because this ace is coming in either way, right? Regardless of what it is that you do, it's going to come in. It's just a matter of allowing it to come in, right? And not sort of becoming a defeatist because, our first thing didn't come out or this didn't work out, right? Just having that positive mentality and maintaining that attitude is going to be what brings you this Ace of Pentacles. And then on top of that, we have this Three of Swords with this King of Swords, this Three of Pentacles with this King of Swords in reverse. So I don't think it's a coincidence that I mentioned the Three of Swords. I think that this King of Swords is very much in a Three of Swords energy, right? So this king, whoever it is first of all, more on the immature side, because they're a king in the reverse. So that leads me to believe that this person is very condescending when it comes to emotions, very, this is the kind of person who will disguise rudeness and, just like general rudeness through like honesty. So this person will like say something that's blatantly rude or blatantly just hurtful in a way, and then just say, well, it's just the truth, right? This person is not emotionally immature. This person also is probably very heartbroken because I mentioned that Three of Swords. And on top of that, I feel like this person doesn't want to cooperate and doesn't want to work together with you. So this really does feel like somebody who is in your life, possibly I'm getting landlord for a lot of you guys, actually. Somebody who you deal with on a semi-regularly basis. So this could be somebody that you see at work. This could be somebody that you sort of deal with, like a landlord or something similar to that. But it feels like they're not being very cooperative. And chances are this judgment in reverse where you're being judged unfairly is going to come from this King of Swords person. So my advice to you would be work together as much as you can with this person, but like be cooperative with this person, I should say. But obviously if they're not going to be cooperative back or even be disrespectful, like act accordingly. And you can follow your intuition on that, because for some of you guys it'll be something to where this person just had a bad day and it took it out on the wrong person. And, you know, depending on the severity, you might want to really answer that or just like let it go, right? That all depends on you. And I see that either way, it's not going to be that big of a deal, because you have this Ace of Pentacles, you have the Seven of Pentacles, you have this this Ten of Pentacles. Like at the end of the day, you're minding your own business and you're working towards your own goals. So this person doesn't really influence you a whole lot. But that was your reading first time around, Leo. If you enjoyed, please leave a like or a comment, because it really helps out the channel. And I personally really love to know if these readings resonate with you guys. But like I said before, I upload my new Leo videos on Fridays. But in the meantime, you guys are more than welcome to watch any of my other Thomas readings that I have up on the channel. And with that being said, I hope to see you guys next time for your next reading.